LEGO Speed Champions has had some exceptional hype building for the 2025 season, and for good reason. We've had all of the F1 news, and now we've also been graced with some summer rumours that could catapult 2025 into the run-ins for one of, if not the best Speed Champions release year of all time. And before you lot start saying, oh my gosh, he's milking these 2025 releases, well, correct, I am. There's just so much to talk about, and I know how you Speed Champions lot love the news. But in this video, let's reflect on everything, not just F1. We know that's coming and potentially coming next year so far. Let's crumble all 15 sets together and shove them into a ranked format to ultimately decide my personal worst to first for 2025. Now, granted, these summer sets are currently just credible rumours and there's no set images, but by using some imagination, I think I'm able to rank them fairly. Bear in mind, this is my personal opinion, so let's discuss yours down in the comments below. And if you do enjoy this video, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. It helps me so much, and it really helps me on my journey to 5,000 subscribers. It absolutely pains me to put set 77251 in the 15th position. The McLaren MCL 38 F1 car is the last place car. This is my second favourite team on the F1 grid, and I really wish that it was higher in my list. But as much as I tried, I just couldn't justify it. We have seen so many McLaren F1 cars in LEGO, and they all just look the same. So as bad as it sounds, I'm getting bored. Yeah, this one's a little different, but the black and orange just isn't doing it for me much this year. But 14th shares similar similarities to the McLaren. Set 77245, the Aston Martin Armco AMR24 F1 car also finds itself near the deadlocked bottom. Again, this is just similar to the last, but not as bad. We've only recently just got an Aston Martin F1 car, and putting these side by side, there's generally not too much difference at all. Now, that's not LEGO's fault, but thanks to the lack of changes in the F1 team, this is just what we have to deal with. The dark green is cool, but again, it gives me deja vu. We've been here one too many times recently. 13th was nearly 14th, and the only saving grace for set 77247, the Kick Sauber C44, was the variety. We've not had a kit car yet, so that is the only reason it's ever so slightly above the Aston Martin. And personally, I think the Aston Martin looks better. This kit car looks plain, it looks basic, and it looks boring. There's really not much going on at all, even the stickers are plain. There's minimal details and minimal effort. This really is not doing it for me at all. The stickers on the front wing are the coolest part of this build, but even then, that can't save this one. Set 77244, the Mercedes AMG Petronas W15 is sitting in the 12th position with the last of the duplicates. I'm a huge fan of Team AMG and their car is fantastic, but again, in comparison to some of the new and fresh designs, this one just gives me that same feeling. Don't get me wrong, the black, the teal and the grey colourway is iconic, the red accents really pop, and overall this is a great set. It's way better than the previous ones by far. Don't think of this one as a negative. The tides are turning and the designs are on the way up. We just need to show some love to the fresh ones out there. But 11th belongs to the absolute winning machines. Set 77243, the Oracle Red Bull Racing RB20 is one of the latest and greatest fresh designs we are seeing. Everything about this set is on a different league from the previous, and for good reason. The yellow, blue and black blend works absolutely perfectly together, and the red accents really do just stand out from the rest. The stickers on this set just seem fantastic, and I have to admit, the Red Bull branding over this has been executed flawlessly. Set 77248, the BWT Alpine A524 is sitting strong in the 10th position. We're starting to see some incredible designs with these next sets, and this one is no different. This may look plain to some, but the colours involved and the intricate details on this set really does catapult it up the list. The car has a plain black base, which is going to make it an absolute nightmare to build if your build space worktop is black like mine. But once a super bright and vibrant blues and purples have been incorporated, this set gets sent to the moon. Take a look at the front of this for example. The decals running down the nose really are the levels we need for an F1 set. But speaking of levels, in 9th we have set 77246, the Visa Cash App RB F1 car, and levels it is. The detail might be a tad lackluster in comparison to the previous Alpine set, but what really sends this one ahead for me has to be the colour scheme. I'm an absolute sucker for this blend of black, light blue, white and red with chrome-like accents throughout. And to be fair, the colour does the talking, and it's really impressed me. Everything about this just works. The colours blend perfect and the details all pop in the right places. There's definitely something about white on an F1 car, and you'll see what I mean in a few more sets time. 8th has to be the biggest U-turn for me with set 77249. The Williams Racing FW46 was originally a boring and exciting vision for me before I saw the official set images. I thought the plain aspect about it would give it serious Aston Martin vibes, but just in blue. But oh boy, how wrong was I? And the worst thing about it is I can't explain why. All I can say is that it actually does work. The mix of blues are ultra plain, there's not many exciting decals throughout either, but in some strange way this just hits the right buttons for me. But then again, Carlos Sainz is my guy and I'm pretty sure he could be driving a bathtub and I'll still mess with it. The 7th position is where stuff gets interesting. Set 77250, the MoneyGram Haas VF24 is the perfect example of how incredible white accents are on an F1 car. Again, the black base is going to be an absolute nightmare to build on a dark surface, but that's swiftly forgotten about because everything else is absolutely incredible. The small hints of red on the front and rear wings are perfect, but for me the white accents really send this car into a whole different league. Everything on this car just stands out, and stands out proudly at that. The Haas logo down the side just looks unreal, the white and red design on the wheels is unforgettable, and even the minifigure makes this set that much better. Lego deserve a pat on the back for this one. But the 6th position is our first non-F1 car in the list, set 77237. The Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat has no confirmed images yet, but via credible sources it has rumoured to be one of the sets coming in the summer 2025 wave. The Challenger Hellcat is an absolute monster of a machine. This set will be mean, this set will be aggressive, and it will just look big, bulky and fast. Obviously with no images, I'm just using a little imagination, but I feel if this one is anything like the other muscle cars we have, it might just be a tad bit blocky, and if there's minimal designs or decals on this, then it may look a little boring. Don't get me wrong though, I am incredibly excited for this set, and that's why it's near the top of my list. Starting out the top 5, we have set 77242. The Ferrari SF24 is the #1 singular F1 car in this list, and to me it's just obvious. Ferrari needs no introduction, it needs no explanation, and it needs no justification, but just for you, I'm gonna justify. The Ferrari red just feels like a premium subscription red. It's extremely visually pleasing to the eye, and blended together with the yellow decals and the black accents, you cannot honestly fault this. Simplicity does the talking here. There's no extravagant designs or extreme features, but this one really doesn't need it. Ferrari is my favourite team on the F1 grid, and Lego really did this one justice. Personally, I think even some non-F1 fans will be grabbing this one purely because of how iconic the Ferrari is. Set 66802, the ultimate Formula 1 collector's pack sits strong in the 4th position. Now, to me, I didn't want this to be the best F1 set, because value for money wise, it's really no different than picking up each singular F1 car for retail separately. there's no deal in getting this. The only plus side to this is the convenience of an all-in-one F1 set featuring all of the 10 F1 cars in a singular box, and the fact that this set has every F1 car, I kind of felt like it needed to be above all of the previous F1 sets. But in other news, let's just put this in the 4th position, but let's also forget about it and exclude 4th from our list. Personally, to me, the top 3 is now in a complete different universe to the rest. Set 77240, the Bugatti Centodieci starts the podium in the 3rd position. We haven't had a Bugatti since 2017, and even then it was a smaller, less detailed 6-stud variant. The colour was plain, the shape was a little strange, and ultimately it wasn't that great. But now in the new 8-stud era, we are getting something that could potentially blow the previous off the face of the earth. We talked about this in my previous video, but I really expect this set to be featured in a basic but extremely visually appealing white exterior and a bright and vibrant interior. If this car comes in pure snow white, I'm going to be a very happy guy. In second, we have set 77239, the Porsche 911 GT3 RS. There's been plenty of discussion whether this would be the 991 model or the 992 model, and personally I think it has to be the 992 model, purely because it seems to be the car that has taken the world by storm recently, and LEGO are going to want to capitalise on all of the success and release a set that everyone wants. Don't get me wrong, the 991 model is also incredible, but if it's that, then it may be bumped down this list a few places. The 992 to me is just an absolute warrior of a machine. Everything about it is incredible, but you have to admit, the body kit from front to back is absolutely menacing, the colour schemes are always top quality, and that huge rear wing is unforgettable. But I think first is also unforgettable. Set 77238, the Lamborghini Revuelto and the Huracan STO is the twin pack that will take 2025 by storm. This is the twin pack we need, and this is the twin pack we want. It's been nearly 5 years since we've had a modern day Lamborghini set, but let's just forget about the Vision GT we got this year, shall we? It's safe to say that this new Lamborghini set is a welcome addition across the board, and the fact that it is a twin pack is even better. The Revuelto is an incredible car that's not been around too long. It features angles and shapes that LEGO need to get right, and if they do, this car will be incredible. The Huracan STO also is in the same boat. The colour options that are possible on this model will be outstanding no matter what colour it comes in, and I honestly couldn't be more excited. There's a couple of sets that I have left off this list, and that's purely because we have even less details. In fact, we just have word of mouth. We are meant to be getting a new Fast and Furious set, and there's been a lot of chatter that it could be a mix up between Letty or Tiz with either a 1993 Honda Civic EJ1 or her 1997 Nissan 240 SX. It could also be Suki from Too Fast Too Furious and her bright pink Honda S2000, or it could either be Han's 1997 Mazda RX-7. But by the sounds of it, no matter the outcome, the Japanese car scene will be getting some love, which is extremely overdue, and personally, depending on which set we get, it could be anywhere in this list. But for argument's sake, the Honda Civic EJ1 will be near the bottom of the list, the Nissan 240 SX will be around the middle, and the Honda S2000 and the Mazda RX-7 will have a firm place near the top. We will just have to wait and see what ones we will be blessed with. And there we have it. Let me know your thoughts on my order down in the comments below and share yours. Let's have a chat. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and I will definitely be seeing you in the next one.